500 kilometres of razor wire line the eastern edges of the EU. This is Lithuania's border with Belarus, and these new defences are a response to the so-called hybrid war waged by Minsk against its EU neighbour. A conflict where migrants from Iraq, Syria and other countries are being used as political weapons. The Lithuanian government says Minsk is deliberately flying in people from abroad to send illegally into the European Union in retaliation for EU sanctions against President Lukashenko's leadership. This year, more than 4,000 people have entered Lithuania from Belarus, 1,000 in July alone.
Those who promise people.
The Belarusian authorities are accused of state-sanctioned people trafficking, of using social media to lure people into travelling to Belarus in the hope of reaching the EU. There are dozens of Facebook forums in Arabic, allegedly created by Belarusian internet trolls, offering detailed instructions on how to make the journey and who to pay. Some talk of routes into Lithuania, others into Poland. Meanwhile, Lithuania's hit back with a social media campaign of its own, aimed at discouraging people from making the journey. The country's also approved the mass detention of migrants for 6 months and curbed their right of appeal. And at the border itself, people are now being turned away, sparking outcry from humanitarian groups including the Red Cross. Pushbacks of people seeking asylum, said the committee, are not compatible with the Geneva Convention on Refugee Status, the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights and other human rights instruments. Lithuania has held high-level talks with several countries to find a solution, with Iraq now considering banning flights between Baghdad and Minsk. Meanwhile, President Lukashenko has ordered his defence agencies to stop people from returning from Lithuania to Belarus. As the diplomatic crisis deepens, vulnerable people are being jostled between countries that do not want them. Their hopes and miseries exploited for political means. Neve Barker, Al Jazeera.